Hey guys! How you guys been? It's been so long since I've been back in the YouTube community, the crochet community. Miss you guys so much. And not a whole lot to share today as far as crochet goes, but just wanted to kind of jump back on for a little bit and just chit chat, see how you guys are doing, and just share a little bit what's been going on my side. But you know, just been so very busy with work, and it's a bit of a physically demanding job that and long hours and stuff like that, so just really exhausted, and on my days off I just really don't want to do anything, even crochet. But just really haven't been motivated much lately. But I did have to crochet a like a scrubby, dish scrubby, for someone, and I still need to do a washcloth or dishcloth because I'm actually doing a trade. I'm part of a local bartering group here where we post what we have that we've made or what we have to trade with, and a lot of people have chickens or plants, food stuff that they make, you know, baked goods, and you know, all sorts of different things. Yeah, basically you grown it, you make it, or you have the animals that lay the eggs, you know, or you offering, I guess. I mean, I haven't seen anyone offering meat or anything like that, but I guess if they had a farm and they wanted to barter that as well, they could. And you know, crafting goods, anything you've made, things like that. And that they've even done a split off group, like if you have any household items that you no longer want and you want to barter with, you can. So anyway, I traded some duck eggs for actually, what did I actually originally traded duck eggs for my pumpkin chocolate chip chocolate chip pumpkin bread. And then the same person that I traded with also had some clay earrings that she made, and I traded her for some crochet items, and so I have to make, and I gotta make like I said, the dishcloth, the scrubby and the dishcloth. So but yeah, it's really cool. Maybe if you guys don't have something like that local to your area, maybe you guys might want to start something like that. It's really great, you know what I mean? So there's no exchange of cash, but of course, you know, it all depends on each person and what they monetary value of their items and how they would be willing to trade that. And so yeah, so here is my scrubby. I still gotta do the dishcloth, but this is my scrubby, and it's quite thick. It's 3 layers thick. The pattern that I followed, I'll put the link to the pattern in the description. It's a 3-layer cotton one, really just strictly cotton. So obviously, as you see on mine, on this side, it is the Scrubbology, the Hobby Lobby Scrubbology. And so of course, this is a size 5. The original pattern calls for a size 4 cotton, and so I did two circles of the cotton. That was just some scrap cotton, and then I did obviously 1 layer of this, because the pattern called for the 3rd layer to be mixed cotton and like a scrubby cotton. I do have scrubby cotton, but I didn't feel like digging through it because I don't know. I mean, I have so many totes of yarn that I didn't really feel like going through all of it. So but I was able to find the Scrubbology, so I went ahead with that. And so instead of doing 2 strands of a regular cotton and a scrubby, I just did 1 strand of the Scrubbology. And so put all 3 together, and this is a very like firm, and you see it's not floppy at all, very firm scrubby. And of course I also enlarged it from the original pattern. I think it was like I did an extra 2 rows, so it would have been a little bit smaller like that. So but yeah, so this, and then I just gotta make the dishcloth. So yeah, so that's, you know, pretty much all I have for crochet. But I have been getting into and watching a ton of videos of polymer clay. Not like I need to add any other crafting thing into my arsenal or whatever, because I already hardly have time for crochet nowadays. But I really just, for, you know, like for a while I was really wanting to get into punch needle. You know, I'm like, hey, you know, we got tons of yarn, you know, what's another yarn craft? You know, wouldn't take a whole lot of extra, I guess, what do you call it, tools and stuff to get started. But then, you know, I don't know, I you know, I've been watching tons and tons of those videos, punch needling, and thought it'd be really cool to make like coasters or to make my own rug. Well, of course, it would just take a whole lot of time. But then I guess, you know, I don't even know how, but I stumbled upon like polymer clay stuff, started watching tons of videos of that, and have really been wanting to get into that. So, and I did. And so I bought polymer clay and bought earring stuff, earring findings, like the fish hooks and studs and stuff. And I, of course, trying to find time for that is a little bit tough as well, but I did get started, and I made my first, I don't know what you want to call it, design, but I haven't actually made them into earrings. I just been, what little bit of time after I get home from work, I just been like using these as experiments and like testers to really test out, like, I guess, techniques, and like, I guess, well, right now at this point it's just finishing techniques. But yeah, and of course definitely already learned some lessons in that when I like meshing together pieces, and I really need to make sure the seams are well attached and that there's no gaps, and I've already seen the effects of not having and not making sure that they are fully attached and smooth over. But anyway, so I've just been, so this is my first design. It's a mixture of translucent and a navy blue, and yeah, and the lighting is probably a little too bright, but yeah. And so like when you have the sun behind, you can see the translucency of the white, or what looks like white part, but you can't really tell probably on the camera here. But anyway, so this is like one of the, like, I guess, like shapes, and then I have a teardrop shape. And so what I have been, you know, so like this will be like the size on my ear right there. But I just been testing it out, because now I'm trying to get it nice and smooth and glossy, and trying to, like, I want to avoid resin, because there's some downfalls to using resin unless I want to go into the 2-part epoxy, and I don't really want to go into that, and just try to go with the natural, like, sanding and buffing part of the natural polymer clay, where I've seen pieces and I've seen videos where they're able to sand and buff the pieces, and it comes to a nice shine. Not as glossy as resin, but still nice and shiny. That I think I would prefer to do that and go that route. But I'm just been having a little bit of trouble getting mine to shine to that point. So I'm trying to figure out, what is it? You know, is it my sanding part? Is it the buffing? The buffing, like, I bought a rotary tool for that, and I've tried it on. It's just not working. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe the buffing tool that comes with it really isn't the best, and then maybe I just need to get a different attachment or something. But this is the best part. This is the best one that or at least this is the one that I have sanded and buffed with, buffed by hand. Like, they say you can use a pair of jeans to buff it with, and you just rub, you know, your jeans material and to buff it. And so this is how it comes out. How it has come out, and if you can tell, it's a little bit shiny. Let me find the other piece where I buffed it. It's a little bit different, and I tried using the buffing tool, the rotary tool, and I don't know if you can if you'd be able to tell the difference between the two. But this is the one I did without the buffing tool on the rotary tool, and this one is with the rotary tool. It is a little bit more shiny, but it's not like smooth. Like it has these like patches of shiny parts. So I don't know if you can tell the difference, but so I just been using these pieces to experiment with and test out, I guess, you know, different techniques and procedures. And so, but yeah, you know, just this is the different shapes. I have a smaller one in this same shape, and yeah, so that's kind of what I've been getting into these days. And yeah, but just busy with work, and when I do find the motivation to do some crafting, I will. And really been wanting to make some of my own earrings with polymer clay, and just seeing some amazing pieces and things that you can make with that. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what has been going on with me, and nothing much, a little bit boring, nothing much crochet stuff related. I haven't really gone because of my lack of motivation for crochet, and plus the fact that I do have a ton of yarn. I have completely avoided Joann's closing clearance sales, and so I did not buy a single skein of yarn from that closing, because I guess really the only thing I probably would buy would be just mainly in cotton, just for space saving sake. Really, you know, like if I really was gonna go and buy, then I would have definitely preferred cotton, because that is usually my go-to. And so, but anyway, yeah, like I said, I already have a ton of yarn here, because when we did come back from the Bahamas, I did go get some of the clearance yarn from Hobby Lobby earlier this year, and last year I did get some last year, and I did get a little bit this year, I think. Yeah, I did. Very little, but so I really don't need any more yarn, and especially since I haven't really been crocheting anything at all, so definitely did not want to you know, get more, as much as I would have liked to, the fun of shopping for clearance yarn. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely need to maybe do a little bit of destashing and also make some stuff, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, what has been going on with you guys? I even haven't really been much on even watching the YouTube community much these days as well. Just my time, like I said, I'm very limited on free time, and that when I am, I'm watching more like just pure movies or just other like foodie type videos, and just really have not been in the mood for crochet stuff, unfortunately, these days. But hopefully, you know, things will start to change where I will have more free time and get back into that, and then basically start doing both crochet and polymer clay. But I would definitely, if you guys are interested, or, you know, I think I'll, you know, if I do get around to even making and finishing some earrings, I'll be showing them to you guys. And yeah, so hope you guys are doing well. Things here have been very, very hot here in Florida. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I've been away from Florida here for so long. It's amazing how hot. And it's crazy too, because how different it was for me in the Bahamas. It was hot, but not as hot. Temperature wise, it really does not get as hot as it does get here in Florida, which is kind of like odd, you know, thinking, because Bahamas is further south, and especially from here where we are in central Florida. But you know, obviously because it's probably, I'm assuming it's because it's an island, and so you got the breezes coming, and so the temperatures just really aren't as hot. The humidity is pretty bad over there as well as it is here. Very, very high humidity, but at least the temperatures aren't as high as they are here in Florida. Like here, we could be in the 90s here. I'm actually in Lakeland, Florida, you know, close in between Tampa and Orlando, and we can get in the 90s here. But when I look at the temperatures in the Bahamas, it's like mid 80s, and of course it was very difficult for us not having AC over there. So of course, you know, you're sweating buckets every day and every moment of the day. You know, you just do a little bit of housework, sweeping or whatever, and you just work up such a sweat. You know, and of course, you know, we just have our fans, electric fans, going full blast like 24/7 pretty much. But at least I think though, and even though when you do go out and you're in the sun, it is hot. But like, man, when there is definitely a difference, temperature wise and the intensity of the heat wise. Like when you go out over there in the Bahamas versus going out here in like the mid 90s, high 90s, and the high humidity, it is intense. But anyway, enough about the weather. Yeah, you know, it's funny because our plans, we have some plans, or we would like to, as soon as we're able to, we are planning, unless the Lord changes our plans, we will be looking to move to an area that has more than 4 seasons. So we're thinking like Tennessee, North Carolina, that area. Of course, my husband has family in Nashville, so he would definitely like to be closer to them, and I definitely do not want to move to Nashville or even anywhere close to that area. It's just, to me, that's just really crowded. Funny, coming from me, you know, I grew up in New York City, and that's crowded, of course. And I definitely would not want to be moving back ever to New York City. It's just way, way too crowded. But yeah, so that's kind of in our, like, that's our wish list, our plans. As soon as we're able to do that, we would like to move to the north, to areas where they have 4 seasons, because it's this heat. Yeah, it's just too much. Because it's like when it gets this hot, you don't want to go out and do anything. It's like, you know what I mean? It is just too hot. So you want to wait until like the early mornings or the evenings to actually go out and do stuff, outdoor stuff. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, yeah. That's what's been going on with me, and just wanted to come on and say hi to you guys. Missed you guys, and hope I will be back on soon again. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you whenever I see you guys next time. Alrighty guys, bye.